It's Temple Talk. On today's episode, beauty guru Kenny Screven and student spotlight performer Sarah Mattis. And meet your season 6 hosts, Morgan Kolakowski, Drew Shipley, Katie Gigler, and Tori Weaver. Also with Elena DeLeon, Alexandra Boots, and Mimi Alonso. From Studio One at Temple University, this is Temple Talk.
Welcome to Temple Talk. It's been a while since we were last at this table. It feels good to be back. Now Valentine's Day is approaching. Do you guys have any special plans?
Well, I'm as single as can be.
Oh,
so
really?
there ain't no Valentine's Day plans for me, but it is Single Persons Awareness Day the next day, so I might be celebrating that.
Okay, the 15th, so the next day.
Exactly.
I heard a little birdie told me you got some big plans.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I am getting the heck out of the ice and snow for V-Day. I'm going to Florida with the BF. Yeah, so we are.
And he's taking you there?
Okay, she found the right man.
Yeah.
I can't top that, you guys. I have a 3-hour-long rehearsal on Valentine's Day, so unless anyone wants to surprise me while I'm like dripping in sweat and practicing pirouettes.
I think you're gonna steal some hearts with those
maybe I can.
I don't know.
Maybe I'll come the next day with a new boo. I don't know. We'll see.
All right. Well, I love these plans. But anyways, Hollywood has been serving us a lot of drama, so let's get right into it. At the beginning of 2019, 21 Savage was the most popular artist in the country. His most recent album spent 2 weeks on the top of Billboard 200. Less than a month later, the rapper, whose real name is Shia bin Abraham Joseph, is in danger of being kicked out of the country. On Sunday, he was taken into custody by U.S. Immigrations and Customs Enforcement, which claims Abraham Joseph, a British national, has long overstayed his visa and is eligible for deportation. What do you guys think about this entire situation, and do you think he's going to be deported?
I don't know. I think this country definitely picks and chooses who is allowed to overstay their visa and who's not. I mean, he's definitely contributed to the U.S. economy. He's helped the state of Georgia a lot. I'm sorry. Please don't rip me apart. Georgia a lot. And I don't know, I just don't think it's safe to say he can just leave. This country was built on immigration, and I think once people start chasing this American dream, then we kick them out. I'm kind of not a fan of that.
It does seem like maybe we need a little bit more of that nitty-gritty government info. You know, why is he truly being deported? Is it really about this expired visa? Like you said, Tori, is there something underlying?
Right, I think it was a few weeks or I'm not sure the exact timing of it, but he was on Jimmy Kimmel and he was talking about Trump's administration, kind of criticizing some of the policies. And then a little bit later, all of this comes about. So that's what people aren't sure. Is this related? And just really quick, there's news today that he is out, but he still faces the potential of being deported.
Right. I think that's what it is. Y'all know 45 has a bad temper, and the minute you say anything he doesn't agree with, now you got to go back, get out, go away, can't say anything, you can't speak. So I think that's honestly what it is. He's been here for so long. You know, I thought that he was from here originally. You know, he really
no one really knew about this.
Did you guys see the tweets about all of the memes and stuff? And then did you see even Demi Lovato got herself in a little bit of a boo-boo?
She brought that upon herself.
She did, but I did feel bad for her. I was still like, oh my gosh, people then were like, well, you're all these things about her and her drug problems. So it's it was a huge thing. She deactivated her Twitter. But she should kind of know, though, also, if you had just gone through something that was that,
high profile.
Yeah, that you maybe shouldn't be making light of somebody else's situation.
You can't pot calling the kettle black. You know, everybody was making jokes about you.
Definitely.
It was a no-go. Why are you guys
So
doing
why does it
this
make it any different?
So why is that any different? I think she should use that as, hey, I've been a victim of people joking about my situation situation and this is why it's not okay. Instead, you sit and you partake in something because it has nothing to do with you. That's not cool.
I mean, this is something that's still very serious. Like, this is someone that has an established career in the United States that's now all of a sudden being like, hey, we don't want you here anymore. Like, we're gonna, you know, bring about all this legal action and completely like, you know, corrupt your life pretty much. I mean, I have heard that we've got Jay-Z, you know, that's hired a legal team. So it's really nice to see, you know, hip hop artists working together.
Definitely.
You know,
and they
some
did discover, because people were like, would he be able to keep his money? And because he didn't get the money illegally, he would be able to keep the.
I mean, he deserves it.
Like,
it's crazy. I really would be upset if I saw him have to leave the country. Like, it just wouldn't be right. I don't.
Well, we want you here, 21 Savage.
Yes. On to some other news. From name dropping all of her exes in her new album, Thank You Next, to currently dominating the charts, Ariana Grande can't seem to let anyone else shine in 2019. The singer just blasted the Grammys over Twitter, explaining why she won't be performing at this year's show, saying, "I've kept my mouth shut, but now you're lying about me. It was when my creativity and self-expression was stifled by you that I decided not to attend." So do you guys, have you listened to the new album, and what do you guys think about this Grammy drama and her not going?
I couldn't believe when I found out, like, I mean, I'm not shocked that there's people that are trying to make the show go a certain way. And actually, if you saw, Nicki just had tweeted something about how the Grammys did the same exact things to her. And she was actually like trying to stay quiet about it because she was scared into being, and then she was like, on Queen Radio, I'm gonna tell people the truth. So she's not the only one that's gotten.
So history is repeating itself now. You know, we have this female pop star.
Exactly.
And I just think, you know, why can't our girls catch a break here? We've got all these influential women in media and music, and they're constantly just being picked apart and broken down. Now we have somebody that's clearly an independent person, but that still has showed that she's sensitive. You know, she's putting her feelings on her sleeve, and people are completely taking advantage of that.
She's also had such a year.
Yeah,
you know, you would think that she should be there.
Absolutely.
You know?
And this album would have brought some attention.
Okay, Tori, what's going on?
Because when Cardi B won Album of the Year or whatever, rap Album of the Year, and she went, and Ariana went on that Twitter rant about how Mac Miller should have won and was using profanity. Now I didn't like that.
I didn't like that either.
I didn't like that,
and
you know, I'm team Ariana. But what we're not going to do is knock somebody else so that someone else can shine. Was it a rough moment? Yes. Do I think that we have to start giving people their roses while they're alive? Yes. But to do that, that wasn't cool. And that's just the whole Demi Lovato thing. You can't do that.
Deserved
she
to
worked
win that.
hard.
Oh my God.
Exactly.
Definitely. And it was such
his own.
Exactly. And as the first female artist, that's a huge deal. So like, if anything, Arya should be like, girl.
I think
we can't be also woman empowerment, but then when it actually happens, now you're tearing that person down. Like that's not okay.
Well, when you're worked up in the moment, I think she definitely regretted it because she went back, deleted them, and then also apologized on Twitter, but then deleted that too. So I think like she really just like got caught up in the moment and realized, crap,
I think so too.
You know. Absolutely. All right, well, we have a lot of great news. So you may have noticed that the internet has recently developed a bit of a crush on Ted Bundy, one of the world's most notorious serial killers. First, Netflix released a documentary that's full of archival footage and audio recordings made while Ted was on death row. Netflix had to literally ask viewers to stop calling Bundy hot. Then a new trailer dropped for the upcoming Extremely Wicked, Shockingly Evil and Vile, which stars Zac Efron, one of the most handsome men to ever grace this earth. I mean, do you guys think that these documentaries, though, are romanticizing these serial killers?
I 100% do. Because I don't know if you guys have been familiar with the new show on Netflix called You.
Yes.
I'm not going to do any spoilers, but like this guy is a whole mess.
Oh,
but they
gosh,
kind of
scary.
They kind of paint him out to be like this like romantic guy that you would fall in love with, and that's like a scary thing because people probably have been in that situation. And like,
it almost makes you feel bad for him. You know, but you shouldn't.
Like
I think because I know one of the ways I think they said was his tactic was because he was so charming or something like that. So I think Netflix was trying to play on that so people can understand like I guess his tactic. But I can't really only blame it on the creators of the show. I think it definitely has something to do with the viewer. I didn't watch that and be like, oh yeah, that's just so attractive.
Oh no, I was scared. I had to turn it off.
I felt a certain type of way. So I think it is a responsibility of the viewer because Twitter has so much power. It only takes that one tweet to go viral and everyone's got the actor posted up on their wall or something. I think as viewers, you have to take a step back and say, it doesn't matter how attractive someone is. Drake himself could walk in here and do something creepy, and it's still going to be creepy. You know, like who else is attractive? Idris Elba.
Still,
but did you guys know that Ted Bundy went to Temple for a semester?
For a semester,
when I found that out, I was like, whew.
Notable Temple alum, everyone.
Let's change this topic, okay? So this week, let's go on. This week on Keeping Up with the Kardashians, if you've been stalking your 5 favorite sisters on Instagram, you would probably know the oldest Jenner sister, Kendall, has gotten herself a gig promoting skincare brand Proactiv. A lot of fans are having a hard time believing that Jenner actually uses the products. Kendall Jenner fans are not impressed with her latest Proactiv sob story. What's your opinion on this, guys?
I'm not impressed.
Me either.
To be honest.
It's hard no.
No, absolutely. I mean, we see this, rich model using her platform to completely victimize herself. I mean, it's just, we've seen this time and time again. And from someone like Kendall Jenner, I'm just not, I'm not impressed.
I was actually reading something. They said Kylie in an interview contradicted Kendall because she was saying, Kendall used this really good dermatologist in Beverly Hills, so I figured why not do the same thing.
She let it
Everyone in her family does. We've watched it. Did they forget that they have a reality TV show that's on like season 25,000? Like we see you guys get your makeup done every day. We see you get up and say, I have a pimple here, let me go to the dermatologist. Like we see all of these things. So it's like to turn around after we've watched you for years, use the money that you've earned to fix your face and then turn around and say you're using Proactiv like everyone else. I'm sorry, I don't buy it.
It sets this extreme, beauty standard then for people that say, like, if I use Proactiv, I can look like Kendall Jenner, who, in reality, she doesn't have a $15 skincare routine. She has a, it's unbelievable.
It's a Kendall, it's no.
No.
Yeah,
hard no from all of us.
I'm not a fan of you. You need to stop dating Ben Simmons. Okay. Well, we have an exciting show for you today. We're interviewing Sarah Mattis, creator of Refined Magazine, and later we have a special interview and makeup game with beauty guru Kevin Screven. First, watch Elena De Leon as she covers the Victoria's Secret pink panel.
Temple Talk is here at Saxby's in Alter Hall to learn more about our fellow girl bosses on Temple's campus. Let's take a closer look at the Girl Power Networking event brought to you by the Victoria's Secret Pink Campus representatives.
Victoria's Secret Pink launched a national campaign all about girl power, and so as campus reps, every school was empowered to find a way to incorporate that campaign into their campus. We wanted to do something to really encourage women to get to know each other and meet other empowering women on campus. So we thought an amazing networking event including really passionate and dedicated women on campus would be the perfect way to do that. Thanks for watching and getting to know more about some of Temple's most influential women on campus at the Girl Power Networking event brought to you by the Victoria's Secret Pink Campus representatives. Reporting for Temple Talk, I'm Elena De Leon.
Welcome back to Temple Talk. It's time for a Temple Spotlight as we talk to the creator of Refined Magazine.
Please welcome Sarah Mattis.
Hi.
Thanks for coming.
Of course, thank you for having me.
Yes, so why don't you just tell us a little bit about yourself to kind of get a little bit of an introduction.
Okay, so I am a second semester senior. I'm graduating in May. Wonderful. And I'm a journalism major with a general business studies minor. Love it. And yeah, I'm all over the place. I'm a cycling instructor at Campus Rec, so I do all the group fitness classes. I also just like work at the front desk. And I am in Temple Student Government. I'm their publicist. I was their director of communications last year. And what else do I do?
What else? I'm like, how do you run a magazine on top of all
She
of
can't
this?
even think of them. There's so many.
That's pretty much it.
But I mean, the biggest one, and why we have like her here right now, is because of the new Refined magazine. Yes.
So, when did you realize that you had a passion for creating, written content?
So I was really young when I figured out what I wanted to do. I realized that I couldn't do math and that I was really bad at science, and I was like, okay, well, I don't suck at writing. And then I just kind of went with that. When I was in like middle school, I really enjoyed creative writing. And then in high school, I was like sneaking magazines into my backpack and putting them over textbooks and all of that stuff. And I realized that that's just really what I wanted to do. No matter like what other people told me, I was like, I'm just gonna go with it and see where it takes me.
Awesome. That's wonderful. Did you always know that you wanted to create your own magazine?
Oh, no.
No?
I just discovered this like entrepreneurial part of myself. I was at an internship program over the summer, like last summer, called the ASME internship program. And it was with like 25 other students from around the country. And we were all placed at different magazines. And all of my roommates in the program were all parts of their own publication at school, and I was like, well, that's cool. And I was like thinking to myself, like, Temple doesn't have its own magazine. It has like a few smaller ones, but we don't have like a lifestyle publication at all. And I was like, well, I really want to be a part of one. And then I just decided to start it. I was like, might as well. It might be really hard, but I can just see what happens.
Yeah, that is so wonderful. Yeah. So definitely some inspiration from people that you
Absolutely.
spent professional time with.
It was entirely from them, and just like seeing that there wasn't a space where I wanted to, like, where I could be creative in that way. So I kind of made that space.
Yes. Awesome. Love that. Well, can you kind of walk us through like the steps of how you started it here?
Yeah.
I'm sure it was a lot in the summarized version.
Yeah, I started in July because the magazine I was at Reader's Digest. So it was really interesting, but I had a lot more free time than I wish I did. So I spent my lunch breaks and other times just kind of brainstorming to keep myself interested and into what I was doing. So I was like reaching out to people in my network. So I was like meeting with people from Women's Health and Mary Claire and like of these people in the industry, because I was living in New York over the summer.
So I was
taking and I was just cold emailing all these people. I was like, please meet with me, I love you.
And so taking risks.
So I just put up this Google Doc. It was just like so much stuff, like nobody else could understand it but me. And I put out like a feeler on my Instagram story. I was like, if you're interested in any of these things, like shoot me a DM, and maybe like I'm working on something. And the next day I had like 20 DMs from women, and they were like, I really wish there was like some kind of publication for Temple women to like be creative and write and have like magazine experience. And I was like, oh my gosh, this is gonna happen. Yes. So I kind of like ran with it, and I was really surprised that people actually responded, and that kind of held me accountable to actually see this thing to fruition.
Wonderful.
So from then on, the beginning of last semester, I really just met with all these girls in the SAC, and I was just like, let's just do this. So we did this whole like 2-hour brainstorming session of just different content we could put in our first issue. And I like put people in different positions, like different editors. We have designers, photographers, videographers, social media, all of that I learned over the summer. I was able to like put to use. And then we only did one issue last semester, which was like all that I could hope for, honestly. And it was like a long process and really hard because all of us are learning. It was like absolute, I was faking it the entire time.
Fake it till you make
it, right? Exactly. Yeah. They were all like, Sarah, what do I do? And I'm like, I don't know. So it was a lot of that, but we learned so much along the way, and it was so much fun, and I'm very, very excited to see this next issue.
Yes. When's the new issue coming? Yeah. Is there a set date or kind of?
Yeah, so we're shooting for the end of April, but it might come a little sooner because we know a little bit more what we're doing right now.
Of course.
But yeah, it'll be like mid to late April on a Friday.
Oh, very exciting.
Sounds like such an amazing collaborative team of women. So I know it's a lot about, you said a lot about young Temple women having this access to work on a publication, but what exactly does Refine really mean to you?
To me, it's just like an outlet, a creative outlet for, like, on both sides. It's like to give women in journalism the opportunity to work on a creative female-driven publication, and on the other side to give the women at Temple a publication to read that's specifically for them.
Definitely.
And that's what it means to me. It's just like creating a space that we can talk about, you know, women's issues and things that affect us that other publications don't cover. And just like, just shedding light on those things.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yes.
So inspired.
I know.
I'm like, I want to get my hands
boss.
on these issues.
No, obviously, because this is new, I'm sure like the first process, like you said, was a learning process. What were like some of the obstacles that you guys faced as being like solely a student-run organization?
Well, just like at the beginning, a lack of people, because like it's hard to know, like if you can't see a product yet, it's hard to believe in it, because you're like, well, I don't see anything, so I don't know if I want to get like into this, because I don't know what's actually going to happen. And so we didn't have a big staff last semester, so it was a lot of like, the night before it came out, I was at the Tech until 5 a.m. It was like the cutest I've ever been.
Yeah.
Of course.
So like that was definitely tough, like getting like everyone, keeping the spirits up when things got tough. And another thing that we're still struggling with is money, big time. It's like entirely self-funded. So like a lot of my savings account went into this. My parents, bless them. Yeah, they're so supportive. And like the team as well, they all donated money, which is amazing. And we set up a GoFundMe and posted it on Facebook, hoping that grandparents would be like, oh, I love you.
Well, if it's okay with you, Sarah, plug right now, Temple, get this girl some money for her publication that she's working so hard on.
What's really cool is that I actually just entered the Be Your Own Boss Bowl in the Fox School of Business.
Oh, I did hear about that. Yes.
So that's like, I'm using Refine as like my startup.
That's awesome.
So there's tons of like angel investors that like if say we were to win, we would get a lot of startup money to like possibly print these issues and continue as an organization. But obviously like the goal is to be a sanctioned student publication so that like future generations can work on this, and like I want to just see it keep going.
Oh, absolutely. Wow. So do you have any kind of next steps, plans? What's next for you personally?
Graduation is coming up, so.
You've got a lot on your plate. What are you going to do with everything?
Well, I'm currently an intern in New York, on Mondays and Wednesdays.
Oh my gosh, if your schedule wasn't already crazy enough.
I know.
Yeah, so I travel on Mondays and Wednesdays, and I'm at Well and Good, and it's like the best experience of my life. It's a health and wellness online publication, and so like I would love to work there if any of my editors are watching. But yeah, that's my goal, is to end up in New York, because that's where the magazine industry is.
Okay.
So I'd love to be there, just working on a lifestyle or like health publication. Yeah, my dream is like Women's Health is like my favorite publication, and I've met with the editor-in-chief a few times, and she's like the love of my life. So
that's awesome
that would be like the dream.
Yeah. Wow. Okay.
So is Refine kind of going to be left? Are you going to pass that down, or is that something you're going to graduate with and take with you?
I right now am kind of like looking at a few women on our team that I think make really amazing leaders. They all do. There's like 40 girls on the team now. It's incredible. And I don't want to just let it go. So I'm looking to these sophomores, these juniors, at like who can, you know, I can pass the baton to. And then like obviously I'm not going to be far away after graduation. You know, I'm just an email away, and I want to stay involved with it so that people don't feel like that they're like, I don't know, I lost my train of thought.
It's okay.
So that they have you.
Yeah, I don't know, that they don't feel lost. That they don't feel lost.
Absolutely. Well, Sarah, you are absolutely such an amazing, inspiring leader. I'm really inspired.
I know.
With you.
Everyone, please reach out to her. Follow her on Instagram.
And read Refined Magazine for
sure.
Well, thank you so much for coming, Sarah.
And the Lunar New Year just occurred, so Temple Talk went down to the Rail Park in Chinatown to see what it's all about. Watch Drew Shipley explore the celebration. Take a look, and we'll be right back.
Hey Temple Talkers, this is Drew Shipley. We're down here at the Rail Park to celebrate this year's Lunar New Year. So let's go check out what it's all about. So I'm here with Sean. She works for the Friends of the Rail Park organization. So can you just tell us a little bit about what the Lunar New Year is?
Yeah, so the Lunar New Year / Chinese New Year, it's a 2-week-long celebration of the beginning of the lunar calendar. So it's celebrated throughout Asia. We're really excited to do a big celebration partnering with the Chinatown community this year at the Rail Park.
What can people expect when they come here for the Lunar New Year for the Rail Park?
Yeah, so we're lucky because today is kind of warm and sunny. So it's really just about bringing people together out from the community throughout Philadelphia. We do have food trucks out. We are excited to feature some vendors from Chinatown, an up-and-coming Vietnamese coffee roaster, Cafe Coffee. We have a lion dragon dance. The Free Library has their book bike out, calligraphy lessons. So a little bit of everything for everyone.
Yeah, we saw the dumplings. They looked amazing. They looked amazing. Yeah, so thank you so much for doing this with us. And you guys definitely have to come check this out next year, okay? Goodbye to the Year of the Dog and hello to the Year of the Pig. This has been a celebration of the Lunar New Year here at the Rail Park. I'm Drew Shipley for Temple Talk. We'll see you next time.
Welcome back to Temple Talk. We have a makeup mogul and YouTube star here to talk about all things beauty, fashion, and well, obviously makeup.
Please welcome Kenny Screven. How are you doing today?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Yeah, I'm doing good. You outdid us all with this outfit.
Honestly,
Thank you.
Your ensemble, it just tops everyone else.
Yeah, the makeup already outdid us, and now the outfit did too.
I like to be extra, so.
Hey, listen, there's no problem with that.
It's no problem.
Exactly. So, do you want to tell us a little bit about yourself?
Yeah. So I'm actually from Delaware, but everyone thinks I'm from Pennsylvania. And I was kind of just like, I was kind of just a small town boy, like right before I started getting to all of this. I did like basketball, football, baseball, wrestling, like everything you can think of. And it just kind of surprises people when they see like what happened kind of thing. And then I moved to Pennsylvania for college. Like I went to DeSales University and I kind of just like really got into makeup. At first it kind of was just like pictures. And then my friends were like, well, you Facetune your pictures a lot. If you guys know what Facetune is. Oh, yeah. You Facetune your pictures a lot. Why don't you just like become a walking Facetune? So I started wearing makeup.
Okay.
Hey, that's like a good idea.
What was that like? What was like your first product that you bought?
So actually my first product was like the spray-on like Sephora bottles, like those spray-on foundations. And I swore that's like the farthest I would go. I'll never wear anything else. And then it turned into mascara and like lip gloss, eyebrows, eyeshadow, like everything.
Did you ever have like someone that you would watch that you would look up to? Because I mean, personally, I would never know, like you look amazing, but I would never know how to even get there. So it wasn't always like that, I'm guessing. You had to learn. So did you look up to anybody in specific?
I looked up to Gigi Gorgeous. I don't know if you guys know her. Okay. Like her whole like transitional line was just kind of motivating because she stayed true to herself the entire time. And I just like really looked up to her for that. And I would also say Jeffree Star. Okay. I love him. He's just so real, so blunt, so honest. And I just love that.
Yeah, and I actually saw on your Instagram, because his Instagram is amazing, guys, if you need to check it out. Like it's good. I actually saw you met Gigi. How was that? How was that experience?
I love Gigi. We're actually friends now. So I met her at BeautyCon. And she was super sweet. I think she like kind of recognized me already to begin with, because like my fan pages, her fan pages were kind of just like make fan pages of us together. So I think she recognized me immediately. That's awesome. we're like friends now, and it's awesome.
And she's like cool. She's as cool as she seems.
She's so sweet, honestly.
That's how you speak something into existence.
Exactly.
Okay.
And I was starstruck. I don't get starstruck over anyone, but I saw her and I was like, oh my God, like, what do I say?
So what made you take your makeup skills to YouTube? Like, what was that like?
So I kind of just thought there wasn't like a lot of like boys doing it at the time, especially boys of color. Like you don't really see that at all. So I thought, why not do it? Like, why not show people that boys can be pretty too?
Amen to that.
Hello.
Do you have like any makeup tips that you would give someone that is just starting out, kind of feeling out the makeup scene, that doesn't really know what they want to do, what looks right? Exactly, because
Well, I would probably say start off maybe lighter and then kind of build your way up to it and like blend a lot. And
blending.
Yeah, blending.
I've seen some.
I went through really bad experience. I just showed you some pictures. My blending was not so good. But it's a growing like process. So eventually you'll catch on and then you'll figure out what's good for you, because what's good for me might not be good for you.
Exactly.
And I think makeup in general starts off with skincare. So skincare is very, very, very important. Yeah. And I didn't used to do skincare. Then I got really into skincare. So now I'm like a skincare fanatic.
So what is your skincare routine?
It changes all the time. Okay, well, I have a certain routine, but I change products a lot just because like brands are always sending different products. But I usually like to tone, moisturize, face mask. Like before I do my makeup, it's like an hour and a half process before I even start touching my face.
An hour and a half. I mean, you look amazing, so
I was good.
It's worth it.
It is worth it.
Very high maintenance. It's bad.
Yeah, so how did you begin the whole journey, like in the terms of like, how did you get all of the followers? Like that must be hard because I'm sure there's, I mean, especially now, there's so many people doing makeup. So how did you like set yourself apart or get the audience that you got?
So I'm not sure if you guys know my friends Nikki and Gabby. Like, are you familiar with them from YouTube?
Nikki and Gabby.
I feel like I've heard of it, you know.
Yeah, well, they're like YouTube famous or whatever. So they kind of were like showing me like kind of how it is, and I kind of just learned things from them, and then it just kind of naturally happened, I guess.
So I know over your career you've gotten a chance to do other people's makeup. If you could do like anybody's face, who would you do? Honestly,
well, if a celebrity, probably, that's a really good question. Celebrity, probably Nikita Dragun.
Oh my God, love her.
I met her too. She's so sweet. And I'm always shocked when they're actually really sweet, because online you think like, oh, they're like.
Was there anyone that you met that you were like, ooh?
Kind of.
Not the sweetest. Okay.
So do you know Orange is the New Black?
Yeah.
Laverne Cox.
Of course. Oh no.
Yeah, I didn't think she was nice.
That makes me so sad.
It could have been a bad day, but she was very like, I'm better than everyone.
Like, I can see that being a thing. I
didn't really like her too much. But for the most part, that's probably like the only person that I could say that I didn't really like. But everyone else is really sweet. And you kind of get this false like image online, like when someone's like super posty and flashy, you're like, oh, they're probably stuck up, and like they're usually not. Same with me, like people probably think I'm like mean and stuff, but I'm not.
You've been the nicest I've ever been, you know.
So with this following, do you want to do anything else with makeup? Maybe like start your own line? What's your next plan?
All right, so right now I'm kind of just trying to represent for like the boys of color, because if you look at like billboards or if you look at magazines, you just don't see that. Like honestly, I can't name one or two people like of boys of color that are like doing makeup publicly, I guess. There are people online that are doing it, but I just don't think they get as much recognition as they should get.
Yeah.
And so right now I'm just trying to get involved with that, but ultimately I want to have my own cosmetic line. That's like my far-fetched dream, so I hope it happens.
Hey, that's like a very smart business to go into. Like we've had many people, we've seen like Kylie, boom, Fenty, boom, and even like James Charles, as he started on YouTube too.
I met him too, he was cool.
Oh really? That's awesome.
Before he was like super big. He probably
met everybody.
Yeah, seriously, I'm jealous. I gotta
Paris Hilton was really fun.
Paris Hilton.
You know what?
Okay, all right.
I don't care. Okay. But I'll definitely be on the lookout for your new makeup line, because, you know, I'm trying to get into the highlighters. So that's as far as I can go. I can't do the eyeshadow. I can't do any of that. But when your line comes out, I'll be first in line, I promise.
Yeah, and then I had a question about the whole, I heard you say that you get products for free. So how does that work? Do they like reach out to you, or do you just get stuff in the mail, it just comes to your house? Like, how does that work?
Kind of both. So usually like they'll reach out to you and say, hey, like, I like your style, or I like your makeup. Do you mind, like, tell me how you like these products? Or, like, if you like it, promote it. Like, just trying to get me to promote
So they do want you to promote it, okay, in a way.
Or sometimes I just get random stuff in the mail, and I'm like, what's this? And I'm like, oh, this is cool.
Like, how do they find you, though? That's like kind of scary.
Well, I have, like, a media kit and stuff, so I don't know if that just circulates or just, like, usually a lot of the, like, other brands are connected to other brands, if you know what I mean. So they all kind of, like, connect to stuff, which is like how you get invited to like events and just like pretty much everything.
Yeah, it's like its own little whole world. I'm starting to realize because you've met everybody. That's like amazing now. It's such a cool experience.
What's your favorite product that you've gotten in PR?
Well, I'm honestly really obsessed with Too Faced. So honestly, their entire line. I've been really obsessed with the Too Faced concealer and their foundation and their lipsticks, everything. So
I use Too Faced concealer. I'm on the right track, y'all.
Hey, I can see like a collaboration happening.
I know.
For you, because that's like a big thing I've been noticing with makeup people. They've been teaming up with like MAC and other huge brands. Like that would be awesome. And
that's what I really want to do.
Well, I'm definitely going to go home and subscribe, and I'll also be on the lookout for your new makeup brand coming out. Soon. I'm trying to speak it into existence.
Exactly. I'm gonna have to watch your videos and then have to buy your stuff.
Exactly.
That's how it's gonna have to go.
Well, thank you so much for coming, Kenny Screven. We hope that you are coming back anytime soon.
Please come back. The Philadelphia Auto Show just wrapped up last week, and we got the inside scoop. Watch Alexandra Butts as she shows off some of the world's most beautiful cars. Check it out and we'll be right back.
Oh, hey guys, didn't see you there. We're at the Philadelphia Auto Show. There's lots of cars, lots of people, and we have a lot to do, so let's get started. We're amongst a lot of shiny cars. They're beautiful. I can barely focus because they're so beautiful, but I just want to know what it takes to be the executive director. What does it take to put all of this together?
Well, we are in the Garage Mahal. One ticket, 750 rides. And what you're seeing is a culmination of about 9 months worth of work. After this show, we will lick our wounds, so to speak, and then we'll start hitting the road and talking to the manufacturers about what worked well, what maybe didn't work well, and what's coming down the pike for 2020. And so it's a 9-month process for a 9-day party.
What brings you guys to the auto show? Do you come every year?
On average, every couple years. I've been thinking about getting into a new vehicle.
Okay.
Not necessarily a brand new vehicle, but I always do like to see what the new tech is.
Yeah, and what about you? You're just along for the ride, literally? So what are we thinking about it so far?
I'm having a lot of fun. How about you?
So am I. I really like the Lamborghinis. I'm thinking about, you know, maybe getting one at some point.
Or two.
Yeah,
you know,
or
you
3. Who knows? So we've had a lot of fun at the Philadelphia Auto Show.
But we have to get back to the studio, so...
Let's hop in.
This is Lexi and Joe from Temple Talk signing off.
Welcome back. It's game time. Since Kenny is a makeup and style guru, we thought we should play a game involving makeup. How it works is both Tori and Kenny will be given 3 minutes to apply each beauty product on their models. Once the speed round is over, we'll decide who did it better. So, we're about to let the games begin. Are you guys ready? Woo!
I think.
All right, ready. I'm going to say go, and then you guys, literally, it's up to you. Okay. So are you guys ready, models?
Yes,
all right, here we go. 3, 2, 1. All right, let's see this. Oh, boy.
Crap. This is
what are they? Okay, so she's starting with the liquid foundation, and he
Probably
went right
smart.
to the powder.
We're going to blend you
So
out, girl. We are
going to
blend.
see. Oh, wow.
I don't know if I like this.
This is quick. This is hard.
This is really hard.
It's hard. I'm trying to blend, y'all. Oh, God. I'm so sorry if I poke you.
Do we get time updates?
Yes, I can give you time updates. I'll let you know when you have a minute left and then 30 seconds. So remember, it's 3 minutes, so you guys got to go.
That looks fine to me.
I'm just going to go on eyeshadow.
Oh, jeez. Okay. Kenny, how long does it usually take you?
Like an hour.
Oh, an hour? Okay, so we're really cutting him short tonight.
Maybe 2 hours. Damn, I'm at the disadvantage.
Tori, how about you?
You know, we're getting somewhere.
Okay.
This is how I conceal, so y'all about to learn how Tori gets down.
All right, so we have 2 minutes. I'm going to give you guys a little bit of a heads up so you can switch to other products.
Am I supposed to stay in my seat? Is that like a rule? Because that's...
I mean, we should have, you know, maybe we should have given you some rules, but I'm going to let you do.
Yeah, no, I don't think that's going to happen.
How does it feel, correspondents?
It feels really satisfying.
Beautiful.
I never get my makeup done.
Thank you. Sorry, I'm so sorry. This is ruining a friendship, I know.
Facial expressions.
This what you use for
Kenny is focused, guys. So he's not talking. Tori's like, she does her work out loud.
I do,
y'all.
got
strategy over here.
I don't want this to be
he's going in.
Obnoxious or anything.
It won't be.
Okay. Is that bronzed? Okay.
And now I'm like trying to make sure this shows up.
Okay, well then.
I know, because the camera always hides makeup, so.
It does, you're right.
You know, only the audience here. Uh-oh, guys. We have 60 seconds. Oh my God.
Uh-oh. Frick.
Woo! It's getting a little hot in
here. Yeah, I don't know how this is working. I hope you don't contour your nose because you're not doing it today.
All right. Oh, wow. He's blending.
You know what?
He's blending with, he's making dough. Okay. Oh, wow, she's glowing. It's gonna be a tight one. We have 30 seconds, guys. Uh-oh, the real countdown begins. Get your last product because.
Oh my God, I don't even.
This is it. Yes, you know. About lips.
Okay. We're just gonna blend you out, girl. We're just gonna blend you out.
All right, we got 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. 3, 2, 1. Okay. Wow. Look at these beautiful ladies.
You know.
Wow. Okay. They both look beautiful. I mean, they made do. 3 minutes. So what a fun game, Kenny. You are definitely a pro, and Tori, you're right there with me.
Thank you. I think I gave a good fight.
Yes. Now let's watch our next segment where we explore Temple's thrift store, Al Exchange. Thank you so much, guys.
I think it was me.
So today we are here with Douglas from Al Exchange, which is a thrift shop located here right outside Temple University's campus. So Douglas, can you talk about what your motivations were behind opening a vintage thrift shop and what that process was really like?
Well, basically it gives the students in the neighborhood the opportunity to buy some quality pieces like Ralph Lauren, Tommy Hilfiger for less cost.
Nice. And why did you choose this location right near Temple? Did you want the brand to really hit home with like college-age students in the Philadelphia area? Can you speak a little more on that?
Well, Temple is, I think, the area is very conducive to thrifting. And we don't, around this neighborhood, we don't have actually a thrift store. We have to go downtown or to Fishtown and things like that. There's nothing around campus. So it's easy to get to it.
Definitely. And what are your hopes for Al Exchange in the future later on? Do you want it to sort of be more engaged with the students or like even with the community as well? What are you envisioning in the future for?
The engagement, I would like really, try is some fundraising with the students for the neighborhood and things of that nature. I would really like to do that. So that's one of my visions.
Nice. And so looking around us, there's a lot of, sort of record covers on the walls and a lot of art. Can you talk a little bit about what makes this like the Al Exchange aesthetic a little bit?
Well, Temple University is a very diverse university, all walks of life. So I think I should give it to that view to everyone. The clothing, also the art. Well, I've been in retail. I've sold everything from Brioni suits, which is like a $5,000 suit, on down to Macy's situation. So I've been in retail a while. And I stumbled into the thrift because of actually my brother and my father. He passed away like a couple years ago. So my brother started taking me out, and I said, wow, will you have these type of items in the store? Like, really, you do. So It was really just because it was just thrifting. And since I enjoy it, when I was in the store.
Nice, nice. All right, well, that is Alex James. Thank you so much, Douglas, for your time. Thanks.
That's all we have for you guys today. So Drew, Tori, Katie, and I, along with the rest of the Temple Talk family, will see you next time right here on Temple Talk.